I thought that maybe they were going to do something stupid and make it something that it wasn't, but they didn't. It was a legit alien movie.
I thought it was awesome, man. What did you think of the scene when they were all walking through the room with the face huggers? Try to be quiet. You think that was a good thing, or kind of corny?
Honestly, that was the first part of the movie. Like, so up until that point, I had loved the movie. I'd liked it, and that was the first part of the movie where I got fucking goosebumps when he says "run." Like, that was badass.
Yeah. Movie is sick. I want to rewatch it.
And honestly, Andy was the best part of the movie. I don't know who that kid is, but he's a good fucking actor.
Andy was the synth, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he played his role pretty damn well. I don't know if I like his synth as much as the synth from Prometheus and Covenant.
Well, that's Brooke.
Yeah, he was pretty damn
good.
Like,
you're talking about David. Okay.
I thought he was, dude, he plays synth so good. He's like, god damn, he's a robot.
That's that's Michael Fassbender.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say that he was a robot. Watch Covenant again. In the very first scene of the movie, like within the first 5 minutes, he pours tea in such a robotic way. It's weird.
Oh, by the way, you know when he's riding around on the bicycle, reading the book, shooting the basketball?
Yes, I do actually.
That's Michael Fassbender actually doing that.
No shit, that wasn't
a cut. It wasn't anything like that. They said, we want you to do this, and he said, I'll learn how to do it, and he learned how to do it.
Man, that's badass. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking. He's a pretty good actor. I like him.
Going in a gigantic circle.
No,
making a swish. Sweet.
Yep, making a swish, reading a book. No biggie.
Man.
Two major points about this movie. First off, I love how they did a throwback to Aliens 2, to Aliens or whatnot, when he says, "Get off her, bitch."
I don't get it, the reference.
Ripley says that to the alien when she's trying to save Newt. In the second movie.
Maybe I need to rewatch that second one to get that.
Yeah. So I love that, and a big thing. Have you ever played Alien Isolation?
That's the one where Alien kind of like creeps around on the ship, right?
It's such a good game. Yeah, it's
a
fucking
played
awesome
it.
game.
I didn't get very far into it, to be honest.
So you know how do you remember how you save in that game?
No, I don't. That was like 3 years ago.
Okay. There was green phones in the ship that you would have to like dial, and that's the animation it would do to save the game. And I always said that game should have been canon, but it was never like said. It was never said by anything that it was canon. In Alien Romulus, they when they're getting the pulse rifles or whatnot, there's a fucking green phone. It's the same exact one. I had to look it up on the. I paused the movie, and I fucking went online and I found it. It's the same fucking phone. So whoever the director is or whatever, they obviously fucking put that in there on purpose. I swear to God, it makes Alien Isolation canon.
I think in Romulus, they kind of had a little something for everyone. You know? They really did. Like the alien at the very end of the movie, I feel like that was a little shout out to Prometheus.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
It looked very similar. Well, not just that, but like also the fact when it showed the refined genome from the alien, and it was the same as from Covenant.
Do you believe in aliens, Kaio? Clippy asks.
No, I do not. I don't believe in aliens. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in chupacabras. Nothing
Aliens
like
are
that.
real.
Bigfoot is not real.
Bigfoot is not real, but aliens are.
He could be real, man.
I believe in dinosaurs. Yes, I've seen like actual proof of dinosaurs.
What do you mean, actual proof of dinosaurs?
So before somebody tries to correct me, no, I have not seen dinosaur bones because there's no such thing as dinosaur bones. I understand that that the things that they're digging up are not the actual bones; they're the imprints of what the bone would have been because the bone is deteriorated over time. I understand how that breakdown works. But basically, what we call dinosaur bones are what the shape of the things that were inside the dinosaurs prior. So, yes, there is physical, tangible proof that dinosaurs existed.
I agree with Gabe. I don't believe in dinosaurs
There's-
either. I believe
there's-
that dinosaurs existed at one point. I didn't say that. I live in Montana. I've been to the Museum of the Rockies, man. They have a museum of
Yeah,
dinosaur
There's
fossils.
tangible proof. There's tangible proof that there's life outside of our planet, in the not our solar system, in the universe.
100% agree with that. And I do believe that our universe is too vast for there not to be intelligent life somewhere in it other than where we are. I do not think that we're
Are you saying you don't believe that
However,
aliens have to touch down on our planet? Is what you're saying? Right?
exactly. I don't believe in all the
that's
alien
100%.
The
stories.
ancient astronaut theorists say that they did.
I
dumb.
100% agree with Kyle. I don't think that we've ever been visited by alien life on our
Right.
Have thee no faith.
No, I have. I
That's a
have
quote
never.
from Covenant, by the way.
I
Oh,
know.
okay.
To our knowledge of how the universe works, there's no feasible way that someone could travel billions of light years to our solar system without, like, you know what I mean? Like, sure, you could say, well, what if they're just way more advanced than us? But it's like, still, to our knowledge of the universe, that's not really. I mean, it's theoretically possible, right? But it's not possible.
Not to mention. So this is one of my biggest things. All right, when it comes to aliens, right, is the best pictures that we have of alien spacecraft are the oldest ones. So as they got further down the line, as our technology got more and more advanced to take pictures, the pictures got worse. Like, it's the dumbest shit you've ever seen. Like, somebody's like, look at this alien spacecraft, this picture we took back in the 50s, right? Clearly, this shape and it looks like this, and we can see details. And then you look at an alien spacecraft picture from 2023, and it's fucking grainy as shit, and fucking like the cameras we have nowadays are a million times better, and yet we can't fucking take a picture.
Oh, nice. You had the last one.
Dinosaurs aren't real. They never were. Okay, explain yourself, Clippy. Let's go.
How'd they make contact?
uh, I don't know. You're just gonna have to take my word. I'm not gonna do that, Clippy. Nah, aliens are just one of those things where, like, nobody really, like, community as a whole doesn't really dispute it because we know that people are just fucking around and saying it for fun, and it doesn't really hurt anybody to say aliens are real, so we allow it to continue as a society, but we all know. I mean, everybody fucking knows. So.
Well, there's just some interesting theories on it too. Like, as the advanced species of our planet, right? When you're like, when you walk over a worm, you don't get down on your hands and knees and go,
I want to shove something up this worm's ass.
I need to experiment on this worm to learn. I mean, like, we do actually experiment on things to understand and learn, but like the general person, you know, doesn't really like stop to like put themselves inside the mind of a worm. So it's like if someone was coming past our solar, even if they could travel and someone was going from solar system to solar system, the odds of them stopping at our planet, 'cause it's something special, and being like, you know,
Right. So, and I'll
let's
go one
learn
further
about these
there.
people.
So, I say similar thing. I always talk about an anthill whenever I use this analogy. Right? Somebody, a civilization is intelligent enough, advanced enough to build a craft that can traverse the universe at ridiculous speeds and distances and whatnot. They've already gotten to a point where they've probably seen other life in other places. When they get to our planet, it's like an anthill. We recognize an anthill is there. We understand what it is. We leave it the fuck alone. We just move on, right? And that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna do the same thing. They're gonna be flying through space and be like, "Hey, look, an anthill."
But then again, if you've ever played a survival game, you realize that when you find a base, you have to raid it.
The first alien that gets here is like looking up on our culture, and they're like,
You guys,
"Oh, they got a lot of
the juiciest base. They call themselves Earth. You can totally raid them. Totally raid them. Easy peasy.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Oh shit. I always just joke about like all these alien people. They always talk about how aliens, not only do they come down and they interfere with humans and shit like that, but they help us build things, right? Because there's no way that. Hey, Gabe, I don't think we can't hear you, Gabe.
It's because I had to mute myself. I'm talking to Lizzie right now.
Okay, good. Okay,
yeah,
good.
she just wants to talk, so we're talking while
Do you
playing
think-
Dead by Daylight.
Either way, so what I was saying, all these alien people, they always talk about how aliens come down and then they help civilizations build things. See, dinosaurs aren't real because I feel like they are, and you're supposed to take my feelings as validation. Oh. Well, I mean, I totally understand your feelings, and you're definitely allowed to have them, but they don't mean anything if they're wrong. I'm joking. I'm fucking with you, Puppy. So they come down and they build these things. And everybody's like, "There's no way the Egyptians could have built this perfect pyramid out in the desert the way that they did." One, it's a bunch of rocks piled on top of each other. Two, people don't understand the business end of a whip. The shit just works. Right? Somebody came down and said, "I own all of you. You're going to do what the fuck I tell you to." And that's how things worked back then. All right? It wasn't right. It's not right now. We all know that. But back then, that's how it happened. And they built a giant fucking stone in the middle of the desert. That's all they did. Is it an impressive feat? Yes. Is it something that cannot be replicated? Absolutely not. We could do it again.
All right, I'm back.
No problem. It just requires fucking hard work, and that has diminished in society as a whole over time. People do not work as hard nowadays as they used to back in the day. Period.
What are we talking about? I feel like did this conversation take a nosedive? It sounds like we were talking about something cool, like dinosaurs and aliens, and now we're talking about work ethic.
No, I'm talking about aliens.
Oh, well, what was this whole part about you saying people don't work nearly as hard as they do now, or they used to?
When they built the pyramids, a lot of people are saying that there's no way that humans built it. They had been
okay.
aliens because it's too perfect. People just worked harder back then. That's why people built that. All right. On top of that, it's really just a bunch of fucking stones piled up on top of each other. It's nothing to write fucking home about. Like it's not as big of a deal as I would say people make it. But let's give credence to those people. All right. Didn't the pyramid take generations to build? They said it took like 40 years. Yeah, they said it took like 40 years to build it. That's what mainstream science says. Which, sure, that makes sense. Okay, it took a little bit longer. I'm not saying it didn't take a long time for them to build it, but 40 years to build one building. I hate you, Flippy. Let's give credence for just a second to all the alien believers who believe the aliens came down and built the pyramids. So you're telling me it kind of sounded like this. Aliens come down and they're like, hey, we're super advanced. We're from another galaxy, right? And we came here and we want to help you. And
What
so
you
we'd like
guys
to
need
advance.
is a pyramid.
I don't even think I don't even think it happened like that. I think it was backwards. I think they said, what do you guys need? And some dumbass was like, so we live out here in the flat desert, and I don't really like it being flat. I was wondering if we could have some of those mountain things that they got. Can we have some mountains in the middle of our desert? And they were like, well, that's not really going to help you with anything. He's like, yeah, but they would look really cool. And so they built some pyramids in the desert for these people that wanted mountains. And then they go to the next place and they're like, hey, how you doing down in fucking Mexico and shit like that? We're here. We're from another galaxy. We're trying to help you. What do you want? It's like, we heard you were building some mountains over in Egypt, and they're like really cool looking. And we were wondering if we could have some mountains in our jungle. Huh? Huh? That's got to be cooler than mountains in a desert. You know what I'm saying? And then the aliens are getting a little. Okay. I'll send you in Discord what I need from you because I need some specifics for it. I'm doing it for a lot of people, but I made I have a planet, and it's roughly, it's almost the same size as Earth. I've developed the continents and the oceans and all that stuff or whatnot. But I'm making a history of the countries, of all the different countries in it, and I'm letting people uh basically have their own country. So Gabe's country has a couple different names because I was making up a few different ones for it, but he a lot of people did what Gabe did, and I would ask them general questions about what their country should consist of, and he just started fucking with me like he always does, and giving me random shit like he wanted trees to grow samurai swords and shit like that, and so I have to take what people say kind of with a grain of salt. and then develop something that's actually legitimate from what they say. Like he wanted to name his country the Kanto region, and I can't do that. I'm not going to call it the Kanto region, but I'm working on a couple different names for what he has. He also had a bunch of other implements that he wanted with it, and they were outrageous too, because Gabe just likes to grab people's brains and spin them around.
I do.
Um, and
Really, really,
it's what he does.
what I do.
Dude, you wanted samurai swords growing from your trees.
That's
Like
pretty badass.
I don't.
You ever been mind
So
fucked before?
yeah.
What?
Can't you picture my dick fucking your man?
It's so sad that he's in trouble right now because that movie is fucking hilarious.
So much going over my
But
head. What are we talking about?
get him to
There's
the
a
Greek.
get him to the Greek.
Oh,
You ain't ever been mind fucked before?
T Diddy.
Can't you picture my dick fucking your mind?
I'm surprised that's not more of a meme now than. I mean, I really think that should be like one of the big memes right now.
Hope your dick's wearing a condom because I got a dirty mind. Oh my god. The movie's funny, man.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, let's see. Should we keep playing Billy or should we do a different color?
Actually, go to Dracula and show me what add-ons you have for him.
I am a creature of the night.
Let's see. Okay, so you do have it. I think it's the ring, the eerie ring. Do that one, and then there's a green one that gives you the glasses.
Okay, so this.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
So what I want you to do with this, I mean, obviously, like you, this is not your favorite character, and I understand that. You'll probably just be playing around with it more than actually playing the game.
It's cool.
But that eerie ring is kind of like a homing missile. It turns your Hellfire into homing missiles. So when you throw it out there, it'll automatically curve and try to hit the person. It'll actually try to target them.
Mm-hmm. I gathered that. It says homing towards survivors.
Yeah.
I just need some different perks.
Pregnancy is legal in Clippyland. I'm pretty sure it's illegal everywhere.
You said illegal.
Illegal. Oh, sorry. That's difficult. Is there nobody left in your country?
I don't know what this build is.
effective acting. I understand that. Like I know. Like I know how old the movie is. It doesn't change the fact that it's a great movie. Casablanca is one of the greatest movies ever made, and that's an old movie too. There's plenty of old movies that were made back then. They're still hold up today, and they're amazing. Black and white does not degrade a
Where
movie.
you're coming from, but for me it does.
Hold on.
I can't sit down and watch something that old.
Okay.
Wizard of Oz is one of the greatest movies ever made. It's a great fucking movie. The original Wizard of Oz is a phenomenal fucking
Oh
movie.
my gosh. Lizzie loves The Wizard of Oz, man. I can't
Like
get
the
It's a
into
great. It was, and that was what 1939. I'm pretty sure.
I thought these were
Was
supposed
it
to
black
home
and
in on
white or was
people.
it colored?
They
Was
do.
it black
They
and white or colored?
kinda-
Oh.
it was the first movie to ever be in color.
Okay, yeah, no, I've seen the original Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, it was made in 19.